Hola. Estamos así. Listo. A ver. Y una vez. Sí, porque ahí se terminó la canción. Y buen final. Y vamos a ver. Y esto. Listo, listo, listo. Deja, hombre, ¿cómo me cae mal eso? Vamos a ver. No me deja, hombre, ¿cómo me cae mal? No me dejas porquería. ¿Quiere esta cosa? Vamos a ver. Ay, Dios, ay, Dios, ay, Dios, ay, Dios, ay, Dios, ay, Dios, ay, Dios. ¿Y si se oye aquí o no se oye? Ok. Sí me di cuenta. Gran corta. Fue un dedo la vez pasada. Al mapa. Vamos a ir a hacer el quest, el side quest este. O creo que es será un main. No. The Frozen Wilds. Ahí está. Vamos a ir a hacer esta. Da la opción. pasar. ¿Se oye? Ok. Ok. Bueno. Espera. Ay. Siempre. A ver. Limit Hunting Grounds. Ahora Hunting Grounds. Aquí, ¿qué más hay? Ok, Corrupted Zone. Puede ser. Ah, la chucha, no lo cambié. Qué baboso. Ya me di. Pero bueno, ya estuvo. O sea, que ahora se cambió. No tengo ni idea que ahora se cambió, pero bueno, no importa. Ya estuvo. Ah, voy a traer esa flor, ¿eh? En la mera agua congelada me fui a caer. Está calentando bastante. Tiene calor. Oye, güey. Tirar el agua aquí. Pararara. ¿Estás, caballo? Ahí está. Ah, lo estaba haciendo. ¿Qué puchis? ¿Qué me vio? A Stormbird. Vimos. Pero sí es su territorio. Mejor baja. Voy a subir. Maldita Stormbird. Acá. Uy, ve qué desgracia. Ahí está Cabal. A Robcaster. A este. Está. Ya, tengo que hacerlo con el mouse. Va a costar un huevo hacerlo con. Está. Ya me dio Cabal en la jeta. Suerte contra el. Chingue. ¡No, hombre! Oh. ¿Dónde está la otra osa? Aquí está. Babosadas con tus jets culeros. Fuck. Shit. No, desgraciado, ahí está. Porrazo. Está. Ajá, vení para acá. ¿Y?
Keep that for later. Hardy little plant. You'll help.
Ok, vamos pues. O sea, aquí nada. Necesito parar acá y acá y acá. Y después sí me puedo ir.
My mount can't find its footing on these slopes.
Pájaro más desgracia. Quiero pelear. No quiero. Chinga su madre. Chica, ¿y ese qué? Pelaron cables, ¿va? Locos. Empezaron a matar por gusto. Ya no me alcanza. Ya no tengo cables. Damos algo. A esto. Este lo podemos vender. Ah. Weapons. Carja, Ropecaster. Pero tengo el Shadow, solo eso quiero. Espérate, trade. Panuka is Hunter. Esto todavía así va. Ahí va. A ver, freeze pack, sí, sí. Va. Wire necesito. Me acaba bien rápido porque todas las flechas que disparo. Ya. 150. Ah, boinas pues. Quiero averiguar una cosa, espérame. Voy a preguntar al Ernest. Pro Dawn Belt o Skin Merchant. Va. Peso loot boxes. The Dark Scavenger box has a chance of dropping skins and bones. O sea, loot crate. Whatever. Pero entonces inventory. Los 4, ¿eh? No, porque aquí tengo una onda. Pero son 4 barcos, ¿no? 1, 2, 3. No.
Look out below!
Está mi caballo. Y hay una figura Banuk. Aquí quédate. Quiero encontrar cómo subir allá.
How much will the snow cover?
¿Allá subirse? Te vas a pie. Aquí se va a hacer falta. ¿Qué es? Ahorita, desgraciado está. Oh, que se muera, que chinga. Opa, entonces si no es ahí, el lado hay que subir. Regreso mi caballo. Sube. Tal vez por aquí se sube. Uy, no. Por allá es. Por acá, eh. Sí, sí. Uh, acá, ahora acá. Vamos para arriba, pues. Acá. Ahí está, ¿eh? Artefacto.
Another Banuk figurine.
Una me falta. Agarramos esta flor. ¿Dónde estará la que me faltará? Hasta la gran diabla. Bueno. Pues aquí hay una rapel. Puedo bajar por aquí. No me deja tirarme. Bueno, tirémonos para acá. Para allá voy.
A quick way down.
¿Dónde está? Aquí está nomás. Es que ahí no se puede subir. Encontrar un paso. Tales. Y aquí sí, tales sí pasa. Peligroso. Ahora se enojaron un chingo de máquinas. Oh, yo no me estoy esperando a ver si me comen o no. Oh, vámonos. ¿Qué onda? ¿Cómo vas? ¿Cómo te va, mi estimado? Ay, me pica. Ah. ¿Ah? Está mi notebook. Tratando de sacar el final del Dung Eater. Ah, sí. Ya va sacando todo, ¿ah? Casi. Sacaste el de Rani. Imagino que ya. Fire.
This must be
Pues,
the pass Tour was talking about. It's Banuk territory just above.
Anuk. Vamos a probar. Nítido, voz de huevo. Hiciste. Ya hiciste un run de mago, de brujo. Ay. De Rani lo publiqué. ¿Así? ¿Dónde lo publicaste? Yo no lo vi.
I can always use these.
What are you doing, Aloy? This path leads to the cut. The Banuk have nothing to offer besides useless mysticism. The Eclipse won't stand idle while you waste time playing in the snow. Return to your desk.
I was thinking, Rost used to tell me stories about the Banuk and their shamans, and how they thread blue cables through their skin. Kind of like someone else we know, huh? So maybe the real reason you want me to stay clear of the Banuk is to stay clear of your past.
It's the ancient past that concerns me, Aloy, not my own. Which is why you should stop prattling and get back to what matters. But as usual, you'll do as you wish.
Touchy.
Insta. Ahí lo busco en al rato. Ay.
Can't carry more. This one's a new predator. I can see the heat coming off it.
Carajos, esta porquería. Demonic Scorcher. Una hiena, mira. A huevo. Demonic Machine.
I can get out of this.
A ver. Mapas de hielo no tengo, no, ah. ¡Ay, hijo de la chinga! Ugurum. The fuck? Ah. ¡Date quieto, desgraciado! ¡Date quieto! Creo que ahí sí le pegué.
Fire's no good against it.
Ahí está, ahora sí. What the fuck? No, 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 no. ¡Ay! Máquina de desgracia está. Demonic Scorcher. Dos puntos tengo, 3. O si necesito más. ¿Qué sí no sé? Espérame, es que no te logré leer porque estaba en pleno boss fight. Historia nada más, chilero, porque si le pedís un like a alguien de tus historias no es rogar porque solo duran un día, cabal. Y es. Eso, mierda, esa desgracia.
Need them soon enough. That'll help.
Y aquí esto está bien. ¿Ves? ¿Qué chingados hace güey ahí?
Outlander on the mountain!
Okay, that's a welcome, I guess.
Hacia allá hay un man parado. Darks. Guardia Banuk. Frozen Wilds.
You sure you'll be warm enough up here, Nora?
I've worked up a sweat from the climb.
Ah, qué chilero. ¿Viste las fotos de la Tierra que tomaron los astronautas? Se mira la aurora boreal. Mira en chilero. Pelado, vamos a ver. Ay. ¿Las has visto? Buscalas.
You made it to the cut, Outlander.
Not that you'll stay long.
This is Song's Edge, biggest settlement in the cut.
These are dangerous lands, Outlander. Deadly, even.
Smoke rising from the
Doo-doo.
mountain. And the village, too. What's it for?
You died on Thunder's drum. Your songs will not be forgotten. How are we to trust the chieftain after so many died under his command?
Alright.
Death may rise up to meet you at any moment. But our hunters knew
Nice.
trust a rare. She returns. I do not think that our hunter's blood is on Aratek's hands. He led them to a great challenge. That is all.
Nice. Buscalas en el Instagram, el Instagram de la NASA. Ahí están. Una foto de la Tierra bien chilera donde hasta la aurora boreal se mira.
In times like these,
Must be
let's
something
not
big going
forget
on.
the importance
Most of the village is moving towards that smoke.
Aquí.
Young hunters have learned the lesson from Thunderstrom.
Get ready for a rare sight, Nora. Bergrand, purveyor of necessities. Most of the time, the Banuk burn their dead. But not today.
Because the bodies couldn't be recovered.
Aye, a nasty business. All their best warriors lost. So they're getting a different kind of send-off.
Oh, what?
Grasp your grief, my hunters, and kill it! For our kin sees the fate all Banuk long for, falling with their spears striking steel. Their struggle is over now. You have witnessed their spirits rise up into the blue sky and beyond to the blue light. But our struggle is only beginning.
Parece el lobo este viejo.
Soon, we will again take up the hunt against the demon that frenzies the machines against us. And so I ask you, can you summon the courage of our fallen kin? Will you fight and die as well as they did?
My courage! My spear!
Our blood is in your teeth, Aratak!
We are Banuk. Our enemies, our prey.
Pararapapam.
That frenzies the machines.
Machines that wiped out their best. And what do they want to do? Go back up there. Fools. A little advice for free.
Aloy.
Aloy. I've been up here for 2 long winters, and I still can't make sense of the Banuk. Take this ruckus. It started with
Soy
one of the
shaman.
shamans, Aurea, spouting on about spirits and demons up on Thunder's drum. So they march their Warwick up there, and half of them get slaughtered by machines. When Aurea vanished, I thought the crazy might have gone with her, but no. Here's Big Aratak, gearing them up to do it all over again.
Aratak. The
What
Banuk.
is it about the Banuk you can't make sense of?
Well, everything's a test to them. A hardship to endure. A challenge to survive.
Ah,
Seems like they don't have much of a choice in a place like this.
Yeah. A land cold enough to crack teeth, filled with wild animals. You think they'd accept a little reasonably priced aid? Well, believe me, I've tried to convince them. But a Banuk with nothing left to prove might just lie down and die.
Aratak.
Is Aratak a renowned warrior around here?
He's a Warwick chieftain. His voice carries a lot of respect. Not that you hear much of it. Man talks about as much as a dead fish. But when he and Aurea came to town with their Warwick, it drew more Banuk to this little burg than I'd ever seen. Know what else I saw, Aloy? My own little trade route, stretching all the way back to the claim. Then he goes and leads them off to their death at the claws of angry machines. So much for my best customers.
The
What are
Werak.
these Wericks about, Bergrand? Some sort of tribe within the tribe?
Yeah, not
Contraste.
like our clans back home. You don't get
Claro.
born into these things. They hold
O en la,
tribes. Prove your best at
en la
something.
página de Instagram de la NASA o de la misión Artemis.
Some last as long as metal. The whole Banuk territory, Banur, is just a bunch of the biggest, oldest Warwicks.
I'm not sure if I'm less confused or more confused.
Well, here's the sure thing. Each Warwick has a chieftain and a shaman. They make the decisions. All well and good, except the chieftains are hard-headed, and the shamans have their heads in the clouds.
And Aurea is the one who spoke about this daemon?
That's right. Told Aratak and the others that it lives up on Thunder's drum. They believed it.
Thunder's drum.
Look, I don't know what Aurea found up there. A shaman's not going to talk to an outlander. The machines in the cut are getting more vicious, that's a fact. It could be because of the daemon, or it could be because they all got indigestion, for all I know. But Araya's not around to explain. She took off, and no one knows why.
¿Y entonces?
Have you ever heard of a man named Silence? Tall, deadly serious, cables in his skin, like a shaman?
I've heard that name once or twice, but always whispered, like some boogeyman the Banuk want to forget. I'm not sure what went down, but I got the impression he messed with the Conclave, or they messed with him.
Conclave?
All the most important shamans gather in Banur from time to time to keep up with the latest mumbo-jumbo. No idea how they all fit into one tent without those crazy headdresses getting locked up on each other. Araya's been to that shindig, but when I asked her what it's like, she just gave me a dirty look. So if you want to know more, you'll have to find her and make her like you, I guess. Good luck.
You said you've lived out here for 2 winters?
Aye. Back home, some fur traders told me about this steel-forsaken heap of tents. Good location. Ripe for change. We were barely scraping by until this place started filling up for Araya. A great prophet is coming, they said. I heard prophet. Honest mistake. Not that the Banuk are stingy, they just prefer to keep trade among themselves. We could get through to enough of them. We could really put this place on the map. Or at least on a map. Me and my daughter. My assistant, Barja. My assistant and my daughter. We seem to get along better as business partners. Her mother wanted me to show her a trade. She started tinkering with weapons. Say, when you need a break from this Banuk carry-on, stop in and see her. You're both, how do I put it?
Women?
No. Independent. Look for her at Long Notch, the easternmost Banuk camp.
I want to know more about this daemon.
It's crazy talk, Aloy.
Or there's something to it. Something connected to how the machines behave.
Then you need to find Araya. She was last seen headed for the mountains they call the Ice Rats. I've heard only the shamans know the trail beyond those frozen peaks. But I do know where you could find her apprentice, Naltuk. He went north of the river, chasing rumors.
Rumors?
Not the good kind. Sudden attacks in the snow. Strange new structures. Some say a new machine. No one's seen before.
Well, now I'm definitely interested. Thanks for the talk, Bergrand.
Don't mention it.
I wonder if Aratak could tell me more about Araya or Thunder's Drum.
None grant machines.
¿Cuál es el quest? The Shaman's Path. Find Naltuk, find Aratak.
Maybe worth a shot.
I do not want to hear this talk from you again.
Doubt
is heavier than a week's snow.
Forgive me, my chieftain. We will be ready for the next attempt.
But this will not be an attempt. It must be done. Do you understand?
My chieftain.
Good. Outlander, I suppose you wish to speak?
There are other Weraks in Song's Edge too?
Yes. The village has its own life for all Banuk who need trade or shelter. After the war ended, it sprang up from what was once a campsite, quick as the bloom between frosts. Perhaps it will last until the Karja seek war again.
Araya knows about this daemon. Where would I talk to her?
She does a shaman's work. That is not for the eyes and ears of others. Certainly not an Outlander's.
Yes.
Did your Werak come from this place?
No, we rallied most of our hunters from across Banur to face the threat of the daemon. But I was born here and stayed to fight the Karja when others retreated into the mountains. A few of my old warriors remained with me. Those who survived.
This Damon you talked about.
If you are hardy enough, you can venture out and see the signs yourself. It has changed the machines, made them fiercer, stronger.
But what is it?
A matter for the shamans to debate.
You're set on going back to the mountain?
I have put my word to it.
Even with the risks being so great?
The risk of what? Death? It would be a worse fate to bow our heads to the challenge and say too much.
Okay.
Well, I guess that's it then.
Good. I prefer deeds to words.
Right.
If there is anything I can do to aid the Werak, I am honored to serve.
Buena. Caja de modificaciones. ¿Hay alguien ahí que me quiere hablar, ve?
They say bandits have laid camp in the cut.
Vamos a hablarle.
To stay vigilant.
Vamos a hablarle a este man.
Deep din, silenced by rising waters.
Drum ever stop choking the sky.
Champion bow. Power shot bow. Striker bow. Badger, goat. Okay.
Allowed other runners to surpass me.
You seem sad, stranger. I heard you mention a flood?
Yes. A sudden deluge, without rain or melt to explain it. I'm Laolai, the drummer of Deep Din.
Laolai.
Or at least I was, until it disappeared under the waters.
Deep Din. What's that?
A hollow, carved out by the old ones. A chamber, a basin, and a musical instrument all at once. My life, my calling. I'd explain it by playing for you if I could. Its pipes are deep under the water now.
So Deep Din is a place and a musical instrument?
Yes. Pipes that carry a perfect tone beneath a sonorous basin. A wondrous edifice the old ones used to carry music far and wide. During the war, my father played the pipes to rally the Banuk against the Karja. I'm the drummer now. But our battles are few and far between. Mostly I play for the joy of it. Or to remember my family. Of course, if the waters don't recede, what's the point of joy? Or remembering?
Oh.
So the waters came fast.
One day it was dry. The next, the nearby river had risen and the entire basin was flooded. I don't understand it. There was no rain, not even any clouds, and yet the river rose higher than I'd ever seen it. And there it remains.
Where?
A flood without rain. That is strange. Where is this place? I'll have a look if I'm in the area.
Just northwest of here. Look all you like, but I don't see what good it'll do. The floodwaters aren't going anywhere. How does one ask a river to relent?
When the old ones were fresh in their
You
graves,
spend a week in the
our
cut,
numbers
then
were
go
still
home to tell
small.
your friends how tough you are.
who led us through the frozen wastes. We also remember the ravenous tribe, who delighted in sucking the marrow from our broken bones. Everywhere Banukai and Hawerak fled, the ravenous tribe were never far behind. Seeking a way to defeat them, Banukai went into the wastes and let the wind whip her cheeks. And when the cold brought sleep, she dreamt of light. She saw it behind the world, a great calming sheet of icy blue. And she saw something.
Suena el Doctor Strange.
Machines, each filled with the same blue light. When she woke, she knew which star to follow. She walked for many days and nights until she arrived at a temple built from
Yo creo que es el mismo actor de voz.
You've chosen a poor time to visit the cut, Outlander.
Hay algo más arriba, pero hay que seguir subiendo. ¿Sabes? Oh, Dios sabe ver. Ay, tengo sueño. Rayos, changos, maldición.
Quite a view you've got. It's a useful perspective. How fleeting we are when the world is so wide. From up here, you can see how the light paints across the land, ever changing. That's a lesson. All our marks will pass. That outlook sounds a little depressing for a painter. Haven't met many artists, have you? Song's Edge needs new stories. I scrubbed its past off this rock to start anew, but a new start needs new colors. Fresh pigments, like none have seen. Have you always been a painter? I've always painted. But I wasn't a painter until I was driven out of Banur. Up there, the markings are eternal. They paint over the same lines, the same colors, over and over. As a child, I learned from copying them. As I grew, my heart sank at the familiarity. All of us Banuk might as well be trapped in glacier ice. We have the look of life, but never really moving.
Este te vende pigmentos. No, vos le tenés que dar pigmentos a ella.
These pigments you want. Where should I look for them? Salts gather at the edges of geysers and hot pools. Crystals cling to the rocks and cliffs.
Paintings.
The Banuk rock paintings are impressive, but, you want to know what they mean. That's not the right question, but I'll answer anyway. Some are called to the machines. The sacred shapes you see on metal casings, or on a cauldron door. Do the machines listen to the call? I don't know. Others, like mine, are a call to the tribe. You could say inspiration or prophecy. And sometimes even men listen, if the painting is loud enough. I'll see what I can find for you. Seek out the vibrant ones. A spring of sudden color among snow or rock or metal. That's its own reward. But I'd reward you as well.
Venga, más para arriba, no.
Won't get where I'm going this way.
Qué miedo bajar así. ¿Otra?
Our hands are full, Outlander. We don't have time to show you around.
¿Hay más? No.
Water lapping on red stone. Sound asleep to, not lit to.
Un bonfire.
The markings of a daemon don't scare me.
Okay, if I want to learn more about how this daemon affects the machines, I've got to find Maria. To do that, I need to talk to her apprentice, who followed the river north.
Outlander, wait a moment. That weapon of yours, Outlander, that spear. I can see the blue light upon it.
You're not the first to take an interest in it. I've made it myself.
Your own design. And yet you are not a shaman.
No. More of a tinker?
A tinker does not understand the spark in the metal, the song in the metal like this. But it could be improved upon, modified with the help of the old ones. Far north of here there is a cave, a shaft in the snow. Within it is a nest of metal birds. Find a bird that hasn't been stripped by shamans past. Look for a rail inside it, the length of your spear. That's all I can tell you.
Get a rail from some metal birds in a cave. Sounds perfectly normal.
Okay. Así que Dark, esa agua está pero bien rara, mira esa onda.
Any news from the hunt?
The herd isn't roaming far from the camp.
Keeping together this time.
Then we wait. But I bet we'll see a stray.
Rear that up later.
I'll keep watch tonight.
Jugar Zelda un día. Tienda de Zelda, el Ocarina.
Better watch for machine lights through the trees. Nutrition.
Ah, sí, a este macho lo escribió. A ver si ahí quiere.
Saving these for the trail.
Pam. Dejó un gordo. Ah, como no le di. Te vas a ir cazando. Cabras, ve. Goat skin, okay. Ardía, Ya salió corriendo. La cabra. Que fui resbalado con la... Lo de He-Man va, que lata. ¿Por qué? ¿Tiene, va? ¿Qué lata? ¿Qué hizo o qué?
Easy, easy.
No logramos cambiar nada. ¿Cómo así? No entiendo. ¿Qué querías cambiar de He-Man? Crafting. Foto. Crafting, vamos a ver. Crafting.
This'll help.
Ah, ya logró captar una vez. A ver si pasa. Vamos a ver, quiero ver.
Meridian is a place where every need is met. No wonder the cultures.
Nothing better than plunging your hands into the dine pool on a cold day.
Shall we all die beneath the walls of this mushrooms to
Tasty.
Que solo si les pegas del lado conseguís las pieles o qué, vamos a ver. ¿Quién? Bone more skins, you're done. Skin. Raro, son raros entonces. Después de cazarlos entonces. Regreso.
We've been camped at Song's Edge for too long. It's time to move on.
Okay.
None of the southern tribes rival the Banuk.
Evento especial. ¿Dónde está la chava esta? Vamos a ver. ¿Qué hay?
This'll last.
I always knew that Nora would come to a bad end. It's what comes of letting women lead.
Outlanders. Karja Outlanders.
Karja.
Could go
I
for
have
a
nothing to
drink
trade.
and a bite.
Oh, hello. I wasn't expecting you to speak to me.
¿Qué haciendo estos aquí?
Safe to sit here, but heading to the town.
May the sun grant you a portion of its wisdom, young huntress.
What brings you Karja so far from your home?
There's good machine hunting in the cut. Danger, too. Some have a taste for both, and they pay people like me well to guide them. We've had a bad run this time, even after I brought this priest along to read the signs.
I did say the sun's light was cast quite red the night of the...
Not your concern, though, Huntress. May your arrows find their mark.
Gruesa, pues.
Sometimes you just have to sit back, take a breath, and make the world go away.
I hate this weather.
Vamos a hablar con esta otra chava. ¿Dónde está? Espérate, ¿esta es del main quest? No. Sí.
Bergren said Araya's apprentice went north of the river. Hopefully not too far.
Winghawks, ¿ah? Sí. Ahí está.
That must be Naltuk, looking out at that town. It looks like it's sending out a pulse or signal. Naltuk?
What the fuck?
How did you find me?
Bergrand told me you'd be out here.
He's persistent. I've told that Oseram 1,000 times. I don't need to buy anything.
And I'm not
Oseram.
I just need to find Araya.
Well, you won't. She's gone where only shamans can tread. She seeks guidance from the voice in the blue light. That is her task.
The blue light.
And the task she gave me is to observe the daemon's work. To stop it spreading, if I can. But what can I do about these towers? In only a few weeks,
Fibra
they've
óptica la
sprouted
que
throughout
tiene en la
the cut.
cabeza.
The daemon's energy pulses from them. Rallies the machines, even repairs them.
Demon's work.
Aratak said this daemon was frenzying machines.
Look there. Those with the purple markings. They belong to the daemon. They're stronger, more dangerous.
I've seen something like this before. A corruption. But it wasn't from your daemon.
You have? Well, then you know more than I do. These towers, were they part of your corruption?
No. Those are new to me too.
Like I said, they empower the daemon's machines. They must be stopped.
Will you tell me where Araya went?
You ask a lot of questions.
Only when I'm not getting the answers I need?
There's but one voice Araya wants to hear right now, and it isn't yours. I'm sorry.
All right.
The spread.
You want to stop the spread of the daemon's work? I know
Ah,
how to get
¿qué dice?
started. With my bow and spear.
Outlander, wait. Won't you tell me your name?
Aloy.
Good. If you fall to the daemon's machines, at least I can properly recount your efforts to Araya.
Thanks for the vote of confidence. But I won't fall. And when I'm done, you're gonna tell me where she is. I can kill the machines. But what about the tower? I might be able to destroy it. Or override it.
La torre es la que quiero.
Get in close and override the tower.
Son nanomáquinas.
Okay then, let's see if this thing can work for me. They're scanning for me.
Scanning. The machines. Un sopil. Anate cagón. Va a explotar este desgraciado. Bye bye. Bye bye. Otra máquina. Pink long leg. El long leg, vamos a ver, Red Eye Watcher, no, pero el long leg es este. Caution sack, alarm signal, power cell, car will turn explosion, electrify anything in the area.
Pass the test.
Ajá.
Heights down.
Bye.
So the tower helps nearby machines, but it can be overridden.
Okay. Pues puedes quedarte con la torre. El chato este.
Can't be too prepared.
Entonces,
Seems I can
¿qué?
take care of the machines and towers. The daemon's next.
You claimed its power for yourself somehow. Perhaps Aurea should meet you after all. What she truly seeks is hope. After what I just saw, you could show her that. She's in retreat beyond those mountains, the ice rasps. You'll have to walk the shaman's path to get there. You'll know you've reached the end when you come to a shrine. A great machine covered in blue gleam. Shamans who complete the path take a piece of it as reward. If you make it that far, you should too.
Huh,
You'll have earned it.
You said something about blue gleam at the end of the shaman's path?
A crystal that builds on the bodies of machines in the oldest ice. We Banuk believe it's the stuff of the blue light, frozen as it escapes their shells. You might be more interested that merchants will trade well for it.
Bergren told me you're Aurea's apprentice.
In her absence, I serve the chieftain and his werak as an advisor, a scout, a speaker for the blue light.
A lot of responsibilities.
I don't know if I can live up to Aurea's example, but I have to try. I owe her that much. She took a chance on me, an aspiring shaman from the edge of the world. No one else would.
Were you with Aurea when they attacked the mountain?
I wish I had been, even with all that happened. I'm no warrior, though, so she bid me wait. When Aurea and the chieftain returned, I saw them argue bitterly. I don't know what about exactly. Then
Lo que no entiendo de los misioneros que llegaron hasta Japón. Hay que aprender historia.
How do I
Debe
cross
tener un
this shaman's path?
cachito más que pasó.
Then follow the markers through the ice caves and the waterfalls and make the climb to the shrine. But be careful. The path is meant to be an ordeal, the final trial of a young shaman's training.
And I'll find Aurea at the end of it?
No. She goes further up, somewhere inside the mountain. If you see her, would you tell her, I have faith she will hear the voice again.
All right, I guess I'm off to the ice rasps to find this shaman's path.
Shaman's Path. Está aquí nomasito. A ver qué pasa aquí. Qué buena la música. Big Snapjaw.
Got one. This must be the ruin Laula was talking about. Deep in. Flooded too, she said. Snap moss. Probably came from someone upriver. Follow the river, find its source. Seems simple enough.
Good. Estos sí no los puedo, no los puedo extraer de esa manera. The river upstream.
Gets hushed beneath the trees.
Down to Singapore. Nukes.
These mountains must be the ice rasps. The shaman's
Ice rasps.
Somewhere up above.
Ok. Va a terminar aquí. Chat. Ya nos vamos. ¡Órale! Nos vemos luego. Pilas. Feliz noche. Adiós.